Greetings fellow gamers, this is Small Archangel and today we're taking a bit of a peek at another alpha game. I do love my alphas, which is currently available on Steam. This is the Dead Linger, which has been on there for quite a while now. It's been in development for quite a while. I haven't been there since the very beginning, but I have seen quite a lot of changes taking place. Now, much as I love to support development games that are still in development, games that have their Kickstarter schemes and what have you, the jury is still very much out on this one, and not just on my part. There are a lot of other gamers that feel the same way about this. Now this goes two ways really. On the one hand, this is a very well supported game. The devs seem to be taking it very, very seriously. They seem to be taking a very professional approach. They've got some really good graphic artists. They've got an extremely good roadmap with some very exciting things on it. Actually, it looks great. But on the downside, there are bugs. There are so many bugs. It's verging on the unplayable. So we're probably going to see a lot of those bugs just in gameplay today. But again, to be fair to the devs, they are more than aware of these bugs, and they are currently working on a very big release, which we probably won't get for a while because it's going to completely change the face of the game. They're going on to a new engine, a Unity engine I think it is, and they are changing from procedurally generated maps to a single map, or several maps perhaps, but it's Pepper Valley that they're working on at the moment, and you can check into the mini vlogs very easily just online or via the main menu here in the game as well. So I've looked at that, and the Pepper Valley looks pretty good actually. But today we're just dealing with the procedurally generated worlds, which, while it's a great idea, well, we know what can happen with those. Always a mixed blessing really. So let's see, and you can put something in there or not. You don't need to put anything in there at all. I'll just stick in a random number and see what happens there. Okay, it's not having that. I'll try something else, totally random. Okay, it's not going to be that, is it? Hang on a minute. That's more like it. I can't spell. That's better. Okay, here we go. This initial load screen takes really quite a long time, so I might edit out if it's a bit too long, but it's the world creation thing. It never takes as long to log in the rest of the time. So now we've spawned in, and all we have on us is a hammer and an axe. Neither of these makes a brilliant weapon, so I'm very glad that on this occasion I have not spawned in amongst a football crowd of shuffling undead. They will all make their way towards you in a scarily slow and silent and clippy, glitchy kind of way. Ouch, got hit already. The axe does not have a very good reach, to be honest, and I probably shouldn't be taking on any of these guys at this point. Given there's only a few of them, the best thing to do is probably just to run, but they do take quite a few hits before they go down. And they've got a better reach than you have, which seems a bit ludicrous really, and he's gone through the road. Okay, so I can check on my stats, though turning your back on the zombie is not a great plan. They don't move very fast. We can see my defense and speed and strength are all at sort of default levels. Okay. This is my infection risk. If that bar fills up, then you're probably going to die of an infection. And there's my food bar, my battery, that's my torch, and then there's my stamina there. So I'm going to leg it because he's just going to keep following me, that guy. But as I say, not very quick, so just go in here. See a load of boards here, so if you wanted to set up base straight away, you could use your hammer and you could nail these boards to the windows and even over the door if you wanted to keep the zombies out, because shutting a door just doesn't do the job. They'll just knock it down, because they do that. They'll break through windows too. But at the moment what we really want, and there are quite a few Zeds around, what we really want is to find a couple of things. There's a bike there, which is pretty useful. This pipe here is probably going to be a better weapon, but that said, it's not going to be a brilliant one. I'm still going to pick it up. Oh, where did he come from? He just spawned in. Yeah, spawning in your face is another one. I hate the gurney faces they pull. It's quite scary, really. Now, he's wearing armour. Look at the state of this. If I could loot his armour, I'd be sorted, but I don't think so. But because he's wearing all that armour, he might take a while to go down. Especially since I'm hitting him with a piece of pipe. Oh, okay. Doesn't seem to make too much difference. These guys might not move very fast, but we have some black texture issues as well, where bits of the zombies just don't seem to render properly. So there's a fat guy over there. They do take a bit of knocking down. Their hands and feet and legs, if they're wearing shorts, all seem to just be black, which is quite weird. I'm not quite sure what that is. So there's a bike here, and since one of the more recent updates as well, I think the I've got a cabbage. Not sure I really want that cabbage. It looks like it might be a bit manky. I picked up a rotten apple. Well, that's not much cop, is it? There's not much point in picking up a rotten apple. Might just have that. And much as it's not great for me, I'll have that chocolate bar as well. Beggars can't be choosers in a zombie apocalypse. Oh my gosh! Okay, that happens sometimes. And it always makes me jump. I remember when I first played this game, I actually played, I zoned in and there was an absolute mass of zombies. This was quite a few updates ago. Like about 200 of them or something crazy. Oh look, now that's quite useful. Now put that on. It's a riot shirt, so that's going to give me some more defense, I think. No, doesn't look like it, that said. Okay, maybe it's just for bling, I've no idea. But, yeah, anyway, so I zoned in and there was about at least 100 zombies all around me, so... Oh, baseball bat, yes. I will drop one I'm currently carrying in favour of that baseball bat, because that's a bit rubbish, really. And we'll pick up this instead. It's got a better reach, and it's... yeah, better. Okay. Oh, what? I think I might put my torch on because I can't actually see a thing. Okay. Next time I want to see a zombie, if it's in here. There shouldn't be more than one, I don't think, in a house. Yeah, so yeah, spawned in loads and loads of zombies, and I ran away, basically, because it was the first time I'd played it, and I didn't realise that there's millions and millions of zombies around when you first spawn in, and then there's nothing when you get a distance away. So I ran away, and I cowered in a house for about... I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing there. And a load of... yeah, I just kept expecting all these zombies to turn up, and they didn't. Right, well, having this bike as well. If I can move it, that is. Oh, that's real helpful. It won't actually move. Okay, who manages to park a bike so it's in such a stupid... I can't even drag it. Okay, well that's useless then. I'll just run, shall I? Anyway, yes, as I was keeping on trying to say, zombie. There was a zombie in the house. I crouched in this house all night long, and I didn't realise that the whole time I was crouched there hiding from zombies, there was a zombie in one of the bedrooms, which was quite freaky, really, because he didn't know I was there and I didn't know he was there. So the AI is not terrific, has to be said. Oh, the physics on that wood's a bit interesting as well. It kind of pops in just as you... There's a bike. Let me actually get on this bike because I've got a weapon now. But the other thing I'd really like is a bigger backpack, because the default one, you see that's a better reach. I can get in without him being able to get anywhere near me. Yay. There's no durability on the weapons, so at least they kind of last decently. Yeah, we'll have you as well, I think. Just for that dress sense, frankly. Bye bye. Okay, so we'll go in this house as well, but you have to generally, from what I've seen, you have to loot a lot of houses to actually find. Yeah, there's some wood here. This is great. Again, if you wanted to barricade yourself in here, but that's not the way I tend to roll. Okay, I've picked up a rotten pen. It can be quite difficult to tell whether they're rotten or not, in actual fact. That's corn, but I'm not quite sure if I can just chow down on corn as it is. I'm not entirely sure I can. All the fruit under the table always seems to be manky, so I tend not to eat that. What's this? Oh, you know what? I might just have those instead of what I've got on. Oh, hang on. Minus, but plus defend. I'll have those because I'm going to take a bike and that's going to help my movement speed. I have played this game in the past for long enough. Now that's evidently something I can't equip because I can't. If I could equip it, I would have done it. Here we go. This is a dark bit again. I've played long enough in the past in this game to equip myself with some really decent gear. That's something as well. What have we got now? Actually, I have no idea. What was that? It's not in my inventory and it's not on me, and that must be a bug because it's just not there at all. It's just vanished. So that's quite strange. Oh no, I just put it down again. Okay, fine. Well, there's a bow and arrows there, but there's no point in my picking stuff like that up because I simply can't carry it. And the most important thing when you first spawn in here, like any survival game, is food and a decent weapon to keep yourself safe. So I'm going to turn my torch off because if I don't, it's going to run out of batteries at a really inopportune moment. They're self-charging, so now I need that bike. So before any more of these Zeds can turn up, I'm going to get on this bike. Okay, they don't sort of, you can't backpedal, you can't reverse on them, so look at that, they're just spawning out of the windows. Lovely. So what I might do is head on out of here because there's quite a lot of zombies. There's not millions of them, and as I say, they don't move that quick, but another thing that I like to be able to do is just check out the neighbourhood to see if there's anything other than houses, because you've pretty much seen what the houses have got to offer. It's fairly rare to find any decent, really decent loot in them, and you do have to loot a lot to find what you really need, but other kinds of buildings are what you really need for decent food drops. So what I'm really looking out for is a shop. If you find a supermarket, they're really good for food. Obviously you get masses of it. Okay, looks like we've got a nicely bugged out bit of road here. Some more exploding plywood. So the road just literally disappears into nothing, so we'll just hop it across the grass. So there's a lot of houses, they all look the same, they've all got the same layout, which means it's easier to loot them, but they're not very inspiring. And some more exploding wood, and some stood in the middle of the road. So as I say, the devs do know about the problems with the game. That's why they're changing it from procedurally generated, because it hasn't really worked very well for this game. Some games manage to get it to work, really quite well, but it really depends on the engine and how the whole thing's running, which I don't know very much about. So we might just have houses here. There might be nothing else of any interest really, so I might just head on out of here and see if we can find anything out in the wider world. That sort of relies on finding a road that leads out here. You don't have to. You can just go out into the middle of nowhere and cross country and things. But I like to follow the roads because, okay, they don't always lead somewhere. Sometimes they just lead into a vertical cliff, which is really helpful. Well, I'm going to follow this road over here. I've only got a couple of bits of food, so I don't want to be going too far. But then again, I don't want this video to be too long either. And there is a whole lot of nothing in this game as it stands as well. Got some nice clippy road there. No guarantee that the road will actually continue at the top of this rise. Oh, but it does. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, so we've got more buildings. Those ones over there look like they're hovering. That looks quite strange actually. So we'll just go over there and see if that lod actually turns into anything or if it's just weirdness. Because if so, that's a glitch I have never seen before. Look at the state of that. What is that? Ping. Okay. I haven't seen that one before. That's a new one on me. Okay, so we've got more buildings here, but they're just more houses. More of the same kind of thing. Looks like we got some silos over there, folks. We're going to head that way. Oh yeah, and this is the other thing I hate about this game. The loading, that wasn't even a loading slowdown. That was just a random lag slowdown. And so is this, and we'll have a few more before we get through to him. So when the world loads a new chunk, you get a fog sweeps in, and I don't know why it bothers, because you freeze solid for about 30 seconds anyway, and this is in spite of having a pretty decent rig. The optimization just doesn't work, and that's another thing. I think that's another reason why they're going from open world to map generated. It's a pretty good idea if you ask me. I'm all in favour seeing how this works. Okay, so you can see here a whole lot of nothing. Even animals don't. Oh look, there's another total dead end road. Okay, that's really very bugged out. Now, where did this house come from? And it's still foggy, and I have no idea. I was heading towards a farm, but it's disappeared and I've reappeared somewhere else. Either that or something, just the whole place just popped in completely. Was this where I started out? I'll bet it was. And I'm back here. So I was going to show you a farm. Yep, this is the road we got out of here on, I'm fairly sure, and I've just popped straight back to where I started, which, yeah, is another bug. Okay, so we'll head off towards the farm again. Meanwhile, I'm probably starving to death here. No, we're not too bad actually. Good. I don't want to sprint too much, because if we run out of puff and then... Oh, and a floating rock. And a freeze. Okay, you can see probably why I haven't spent too much time in this game, because it is quite frustrating, and if you literally pop from one place to another, for a floating rock over there, from one place to another, it's pretty impossible to make any headway, really, or to know where the heck you are. I mean, to be fair, I do think it has a lot of potential, this game, but see, where did all these Zeds come from? Suddenly they're all over the place. There's none here when I came up here. It's like all of a sudden there's a hoodie rave going on. Okay, head for those silos. So we've no idea when the Pepper Valley update's going to come out. But I might do another video then, but until then this is probably going to be the only one that I do. I don't video things just because, just because they're really good, to be absolutely fair. I do like to showcase those that I think have some potential as well, but at the moment it really is... I don't know where he came from, just popped into existence. Oh, and so did he. They really do seem to pop right next to you, those guys. I mean, there are some pretty good, buildings in this. The barn, hopefully we'll find one of those just up here, is pretty good. It causes a lot of lag with this corn. seriously large amount of lag because there's so much of it, which is painful. At least I'm assuming that's what this is, but I need to get through it really. But yeah, some of the buildings that are great. I mean, the silos, the barns, the prison's pretty cool. I've not found that they're relatively rare spawns as far as I'm aware. And oh, come on. Now, why the heck? You see, I just got put back again, didn't I? That's just wrong. Okay, can I actually get somewhere this time? Okay, good. Yeah, so they're really, really nicely done, actually. It's just the whole world's not really holding together ever so well, and optimization's pretty dire and what have you. So it's got a lot of merit, just whether it gets realised or not at the end of the day. So you can climb up these suckers, and I have done. And I vaguely thought actually about building a base at the top of one, but generally so far I don't feel that great a sense of. And there we go again. There's the back end of my bike having left me behind. Question is, when the world repops, where will I be? I was going towards a farmhouse, but heaven alone knows whether that's even there. And the barn's over there, I think. Let's head for the barn and the farmhouse. Yeah, I don't feel a great deal of threat from the zombies, because they do move really quite slowly, and the only time they really give me a fright is when, yeah, when they kind of pop right in front of my face, or when they surprise me in a building. So I think we'll finish this video today. Yeah, at least it doesn't do that when you're actually riding it any longer. It used to. And what just happened there? I've just been repositioned again, me and my bike. Okay, this is happening a lot. Not liking that ever so much. So just pop this guy before we go anywhere further, because see, all the stuff this guy here is wearing, you can pretty much pick up in the game, and it might not help him because he still goes down with 4 decent socks, but if you're wearing it, if you manage to find it, it does really help things along nicely. So I think if you wear the stuff this dude's wearing, you actually are a lot less susceptible to infection. You can't wear his studs, but who'd want to, quite honestly. Slight delayed reaction there, but actually he only took 4 socks to go down as well. That's alright, he looks meaner than he is. So yeah, come the night time, it's not as if you can pick these up, pick them up and move them around and what have you if you want as well, so you can build and barricade with them too. I've never really done much in the way of making myself a base here. Come the nightfall, it makes no difference really, the Zeds are just a bit more difficult to see. So I quite like the quality of the light, that's quite good. There goes my screen. Okay, I'm only half kind of, right, let's do that then. That didn't do a whole lot for us, did it really? And if they did that, not that surprised, it's not it's not exactly good food really. What we got there, well, ammunition, not very helpful when you're not actually carrying any. They matches, yeah, I think we might have the matches, they could be useful, but till I pick up a bag, and goodness knows where I'll find one of those, where here. What's that then? I honestly don't know. What is it? It's a shovel. You picked up the spade, not even a spade. It is the spade. It's just a dumb shovel. Okay, let's just drop that. I'm not sure that's really going to be ever so useful for me. Okay, and one of the good things about these, yeah, is you can land on them without hurting yourself, so that's pretty good. Fall damage is definitely something you can suffer from. Now, what happened to my bike? Because I got randomly transported somewhere weird. it was around here somewhere. Oh man, there's a Z. Yeah, it was, and I have a horrible feeling that my bike has just disappeared. That's quite... oh no, it's there, standing on its end. Well, I want to go and check out the farmhouse in actual fact. But particularly before it gets dark, because they have a horrible habit of having... they're quite a nice building actually, farmhouses, and they do tend to be different from, like, a little bit haunted. Gold. But that has got corn growing through the dining table. Right, okay, well we have plenty of food here, so I'm just going to collect some food. That is kind of why I came here. Oh, can't. I'm going to drop the axe because it's not as if I can... well, I can't pick it up still. Oh wow, that's quite a pile of chit. Don't want to say that to I still can't pick it up. You see what I mean? It's just so tiny. Right, I'm going to do a quick search of this joint because that's a vase. I don't think I really need a vase. Quite often you do find zombies in these, so not in the cupboard so much. Oh look, that's what we needed. Look at that, I can pick up a lot more stuff now. Salt. I'm not absolutely sure why I need salt. Duct tape and matches, but basically now I've got a backpack, I will have anything. I've actually got quite a good backpack, I think. Or one with a fair amount of capacity, so that really helps because I can pick up... I'm not sure what I'll do with a cabbage, but I'll certainly pick up the pile of... careful how you say it. Okay, let's have a look upstairs now. This is where I've always found the zombies before. What is that? Understairs cupboard. So these do have a very different feel to them. Nice wallpaper. I can't pick up an alarm. I don't know why I'd want to pick up an alarm clock, to be honest. It's not much use to me, really. It's a wardrobe, but it's got nothing in it. And this wallpaper's even worse than the last. What is that? It's a cushion. Okay, that's really going to help me against the zombie army. Bathroom. Oh well, at least I found a backpack. If nothing else, I have found a backpack, which is going to help more than anything else could at this point, because it means I can pick up more stuff. Yeah, I've never really had to defend myself against the zombie hordes in an evening, or during the day even. They just don't seem particularly interested in chasing me. So, well, there's a door there. Checked out. It's a shed. What's that? There's a piece of lumber, that's all. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's leave this place. Turn off my torch and see if I can find my bike. And then cycle off into it. To be honest, I tend to feel safer. Where is my... oh, it was by the barn somewhere. Oh man, where's the barn? Oh, there's... oh, over there, I think. You can get lost in corn, you really can. Up there. There's a zombie. Obviously my preferred zombie apocalypse game is 7 Days to Die. You only have to look at my playlists to know about that one. More videos than that one than any other. And so, I don't know, some of what I say is you know, it's going to be, yeah, you're a scary looking sucker. Yeah, you are. Okay. some of what I think about this game is probably, it's going to be my personal opinion. Obviously, can't get away from that. But as you've probably seen as well, if you're thinking of buying it at the moment, I would say probably don't. Wait until the next big release comes out. When the next big release comes out, then I think it's probably really going to be worth looking at. In the meantime, look at the devlog, look at the mini vlogs, look at the roadmap, look at the map for Pepper Valley, because that looks pretty cool actually. What the heck is that? That would be a floating house. Oh, it's up a tree. It's a tree house. It's literally up a tree. That's great. Good luck looting that. Wow, that's something. Okay, so yeah, the only bug I haven't really been able to demonstrate today, I think, is the big hole in the world bug, which does happen from time to time as well. No, there's quite a lot of them really, but at the moment, yeah, the devs definitely putting all their energies into this next big release. So if you are thinking of buying this game, yeah, there's definitely some good points about it, but perhaps wait a bit until you don't suddenly respawn in a completely different place to where you were a second ago, and trees don't appear in your face and all the rest of it. So yeah, here we go. I'm at the crossroads. I could go in any direction and the road might just lead to absolutely nowhere in any given direction. And anywhere you roam, you may find that there's masses of zombies, or you may find that there's absolutely no zombies. And if you're planning on hunting deer for your living, rethink that, because you might never ever see one. And rabbits, likewise. And your bike will drive you crazy, because it'll never stop making that dumb noise, and you can't even beat it up. So I will probably do another video when the big update comes out, so I will definitely be checking this game out again at that point. But until then, I probably won't be playing it. I'm probably going to be putting this down and just going, yeah, we'll just wait and see with this one, because in my opinion, yeah, it's too buggy to boogie at the moment. So there you go. But we can wait to see what happens in the future. So if anybody's out there wondering whether to buy this or not, and if you haven't already seen a half dozen videos telling you exactly the same thing, now you know for sure. Oh, I seem to have found somewhere that's got an office block, so I might just carry on this way, but I'm not gonna make this video any longer just to see another bugged out building with windows that fall out randomly for no reason. And actually there's a flat roof thing over there, which is a supermarket, so this is kind of what I was looking for all the time, a place like this. So but anyway, you get a flavour, you get an idea, and if you can imagine putting all these pretty decent buildings actually onto a pre-designed map with proper hand-painted textures and properly placed trees and features that didn't lag like mad every time you tried to load it, and every time you moved into a new chunk and kick your FPS to heck. Yeah, it's really, it's got something there. So bike. Okay, so I shall leave you at that point, and I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I hope it's of vague use to anybody if you're planning on maybe buying this game or maybe not. So thanks for watching, guys, and check you later.